Hey everybody, Shaman32 here. Welcome to the channel. We're here today to react to the fourth episode of season 2 of The Good Place. This one is entitled Existential Crisis. Now, I'm going to say apologies if this is late. Everything's been kind of a bit all over the place because I've not been well. But I'm going to do my best to edit both this and second half of my Blake 7 reaction. So hopefully you'll still get this on Sunday. If not, I'm so sorry. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Still not 100%, feeling a bit drained at the end of the day, but here we are. And also, I've been needing this. Feeling quite anxious at the moment, and like just a bit down over the last few hours from reading some stuff. And it's just getting to me, but you know what? I enjoy this. But yeah, apologies also because I've not been well. My brain's kind of been a bit muddled. I get muddled at the best of times, but you know what? If I can't remember a thing, I'm so sorry. I'm really all over the place. Like I had it planned what I was going to say now, and I've gone off the rails. I'm really all over the place today. I'm so sorry. Just like I thought I felt better today, so I've gone and done some stuff like shopping and stuff like that, and edited as best I could. And got to the end of the day, and my head's like, what am I meant to be doing? Like I've had to like try to rewatch the episode, or like skim through the last week's episode to remind myself what happened, because my mind just went blank. Even though I really enjoyed it, my mind just went blank. Luckily, I looked at my icon, because I went back through my page, looked at the icon for the episode, was like, aha, I remember now, at least a little bit. So apologies, I am all over the place. My head's still feeling a state of anxiety as well, so apologies. Like my head just feels really spaced out as well, which is not helping. But you know, I like this. I'm going to enjoy it. We'll see where we go. But I hate Tahani's family. Like I thought maybe her sister might have been different once she was away from it, but no. Her sister was horrible. Yeah, okay, product of her upbringing and stuff like that. But come on, she was just rude and mean and just ugh. And poor Tahani dying that way and that like that, but like, and she remembered it because like I kept thinking they could have lied to them about how they die, you know? I thought maybe they could have lied to them because like they didn't seem to remember how they died. I don't think. I might be misremembering some stuff. Like I don't think any of them like were remembered before they got told, but we saw it. I don't think any of them remembered. Tahani didn't. She went oh afterwards. So like they could have. I thought they could have been lying, but then each of their reactions were like ew. So maybe they couldn't lie to them and change it and stuff like that. That would make more sense. Like I come up with some weird theories in my head sometimes for stuff because I get confused. I come up with weird theories and it might make sense to me in my head, but when I say it, obviously it comes out complete nonsense to other people. But yeah, I felt so sorry for Tahani. And like I get also Eleanor's trepidation in working with Michael, because obviously they've got plenty of reason not to trust him, but it literally is their only choice. Otherwise, they're just going to keep forgetting things over and over and over and over again. Like, yeah, okay, he could have been lying to them. That is a possibility. How can you trust him? You can't. You can't trust him. But if they don't work with him, they would have just been reset anyway. And they'd be back to square one again. At least this time, there's a possibility he could be telling the truth. And then obviously he did, like at least once. Eleanor was walking around this thing with him. Oh my God, that singing from Vicky. I get really confused. Another thing I get confused with at the best of times. Tonight, I'm going to be all over the place, so I might forget her name later, but Vicky, I believe is her real name. But I'm really going to get confused with her because she's also been the other Eleanor and Denise. I know Denise was only one version of the neighborhood, but my head's stuck on it and I cannot help it. But God, her singing. Like, I can't believe it took me a little bit to realise that was the torture. I felt so bad. But hey, maybe last weekend I was feeling at the beginning of not feeling well. I don't know. That's my excuse. That's my excuse. They don't my excuse the other weeks are. But I get confused. I do get confused over the stupidest things. And I'm honest about that. I don't care. But yeah, I'm interested to see what we're going to do now because they've agreed. And I like the fact they've agreed to have Michael. They basically said, you've got to join it. Because like he said he wants to get into the good place because he's screwed if he stays behind. And if he wants to get into, have a chance of being allowed in the good place, he's got to start learning things too. And I think that's going to be an interesting idea. It's going to come up with some interesting dilemmas. And maybe to do with the episode title. We don't know. Are they going to be reset again at any point? I don't know. I'm interested to see if Dawn, I think's the higher up, the one that was the pretend. Was he a pretend judge or not? I don't know if that's a serious thing. Or I think it was just part of the setup, wasn't it? Again, because I'm trying to recall so much and my head's still a bit fuzzy from being unwell, I'm probably making no sense at all. But this is just me trying to get it all out and just recap. But it was an interesting episode. I do these before for mostly for me. If you've skipped any of my introductions, I do not blame you. I really don't, because I ramble on for quite a lot. But I'm interested to see how long they manage to keep this going. Is Vicky going to be successful in any way? Is anybody going to figure out what he's done in not resetting them? And also Janet's helping out because, okay, she can't lie, but she's there to protect humans or work with humans or just... Oh, I can't remember the wording. See, I need to get started because literally I'm getting confused over these words now. Like my head is... I already feel less anxious though. It's great. So I think we're just going to get started and hopefully more things will come back to me as we're going. But yeah, again, it's one, I just wanted to watch this episode. Two, I've got to watch this episode now if I going to get it done before on time for you guys. And also, I just want to watch. See, this is how confused I get. What was my first option? That's how bad my brain is. I hate when my head does this. Start a sentence, I'll be saying one thing. I'll go off on a tangent and then I can't remember the beginning of the sentence. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. But yeah, let's get going. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next episode goes live. Let's get going with the reaction. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay.
You gotta admit, things are going pretty well since I took over.
Oh, those two, okay. I recognise both of them. One of them was the second one for Tahani, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we're killing it.
Sure. He's so menacing. He's like creepy smile.
Tell him, babe.
We're gonna have Tahani throw a party for Gunner's birthday, but no one will show up because we'll also be throwing a party and it'll be way better.
Boom!
Where do you get these?
They are so bad at it, aren't they?
It just like popped right into my noodle.
Yeah, that's right.
God, and she obviously can't run the place. If she's not going to read all the information, she obviously forgot it.
It really tugs my nuggets. I work so hard on my torture ideas, and theirs are so basic.
They
These
really are
millennials,
basic.
They have no work ethic.
Millennials.
Sorry, a millennial is someone who's only been torturing people for 1,000 years.
Makes sense. Makes sense. God, they're really annoying ideas. But then again, I guess that works. You never know. Because they're basic, they might be torturing him now.
All right, well, I've read everything on your syllabus, and how do I put this delicately? It's all stupid garbage.
Ah, well, are there
Lovely.
any philosophers that you found interesting?
He's a
Lao Tzu,
demon.
Buddha, Plato?
Nope. No, they're all dum-dums. And
What charming,
terrible
isn't he?
writers. So hard to understand.
I am with you there, dog.
Yeah, you do have to start somewhere, yeah.
Oh, I'm a human, and my breathing tube is next to my eating tube. Oh, and look, my arms end in stupid little sticks.
I love Ted Danson. I love him.
This is so depressing. I'm being forced to throw a party that I know will fail.
Yeah, but you know, you've got one up on them.
Chips, salsa, a tank of nitrous, a treasure map, water, those happy paddles for your chest, a big snake, obviously.
No, ignore all of that.
No,
darling. Please just
no.
design a basic dinner party.
I know this sucks,
Oh,
but
dear.
I think you're great at throwing parties. That's why they're doing this.
Oh, that's very true. Exactly. That's why they're torturing her. She's good at throwing parties, so they're going to throw another one. I like that.
You're absolutely right.
He
she
is.
get a big
He is
stick?
actually right.
I
No,
am the best at planning
she
parties.
is.
Vicky may be some demonic torturer from the netherworld, but Does she have
Careful what you
taste,
say, somebody might
sophistication,
overhear.
and encyclopedic knowledge of traditional and avant-garde Belgian floral design?
No, exactly. No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Janet, when I turned 18, I knelt in front of Princess Grace's dress mausoleum, and I swore to uphold the hostess code.
The hostess code?
Modeled tonight's decor after my 2008 fundraiser for the Red Cross in Zurich. No, 2007.
Okay, I'm interested. She seems to be enjoying the idea of torturing them. Kind of worrying.
A student.
Oh,
I'm
good
gonna
job.
be the Velociraptor.
You
The
trying
what?
to say valedictorian?
No. Look, dude, this isn't your fault. You've been teaching him ethics for a half an hour, and he's been evil since the beginning of time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work.
Maybe the reason Michael can't latch on to the ideas is because he's immortal.
He can't associate with them, maybe.
Who cares? Wait a few trillion years, the guilt will fade. Before I can teach Michael to be good,
Uh-huh.
I have to force him to think about what we used to think about, that life has an end, and therefore our actions have meaning.
That's what you used to think about? I used to think about how it's weird.
It's a good
you don't
idea
make
because,
pants
like,
that are
wouldn't he
just-
get, like... He said something about what would happen to him if it gets found out and stuff like that, wouldn't it? Maybe get him to think about that? Again, my head's all
Yeah.
over the place.
Is
I
there
cannot
any
remember.
way that you can die?
Yeah, actually there is. It's called
Really sore
retirement.
shoulders.
It's rare, but
I think he does say that, didn't he? Yeah, retirement, that's what he called it.
every molecule in my body would be placed on the surface of a different sun.
Sure.
I believe he did say that, yeah.
Okay, so that might actually happen. And if it did, there would be no more Michael. Think about that
Yeah.
for a second.
It's a good idea to make him think about that because he's got to try to associate with what he's trying to teach him. Oh.
You're saying I would be...
Uh-oh. I shouldn't laugh, but his face. Oh, his face. This is the existential
Okay.
crisis.
Now we're getting somewhere.
No, I think you might have gone too far.
It's the first step towards understanding human ethics.
And what if he can't?
Yeah.
Well, then he'll be a lifeless shell of misery forever, and we're all doomed. Okay.
It's the best chance he's got of getting him to think and be able to associate with what he's trying to teach him. I get what he's trying.
How you doing? Can I get you a snack? Do
Oh.
you eat? I can never remember. What do you eat? Babies? It's pretty easy, man. I mean, you learn about death when you're a kid, and it's just not that big a deal.
Oh, more of a flashback. We haven't had one for her in a while. Good.
Baby, I have some sad news.
Okay.
Doggy Max has passed away. Do you know what that means? Well, sometimes
They're not
when a
really the
dog
best
is-
parents, hers, were they? Then again, she did divorce them, as it were.
Can we visit him at the farm?
Nope, because it's very
Okay.
far away.
She's trying to be delicate with it, or not.
It's in Guam.
Can we have
Okay, look, I'm lying. Okay,
Oh, okay. She gave up quickly.
your dog Max is dead in
Nah.
the duffel bag under the deck.
How did he die?
Jesus,
The
she
short
hit him with a
answer is,
car.
I don't know, Emmy.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be something to do with her.
I didn't know how hot it gets in cars sometimes.
Oh my god.
Don't be sad. Honestly, I'll get kind of annoyed if you do get sad, because it's been a very long day and that bitch Carol from work was really on my ass.
He's
about
like her mum too much, and she will not like that either.
Pinot Grigio Chardonnay.
Surprise me. Oh, what am I thinking? Pinot. Mama thirsty for that Pinot Grigio.
Mum, oh my god.
You feeling kind of empty? Like there's a gaping chasm in your soul?
Hey,
a
don't.
tumbleweed?
Hey, be careful with what you're saying. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You think
Aw.
that nothing we do matters.
I actually want to hug Michael.
But it turns out everything we did on Earth mattered. In fact,
Yeah.
actions had an actual point value. So life had a tangible meaning, which means that you don't have to feel this way anymore, buddy.
I get what he's saying. I get it.
The same's not true here in the afterlife, where I exist
Aww.
and have always existed.
Okay, but there has to be some...
It's got to be something similar, right?
There is no outside of work.
There
None of
isn't?
us exist outside our jobs. We have no
Oh.
homes, we have no hobbies or relationships.
I should have got that, shouldn't I?
Ah, okay. So you don't actually know if there's any purpose.
You got to find him a new purpose, maybe.
What's wrong with Michael?
Uh-oh, I know that look. He just snorted a bunch of printer toner. Mike, listen to me. You have nothing to worry about. You still have around 70% of your brain left.
No, this we need to cheer him up.
Look at how pretty the restaurant.
Oh, Michael.
Didn't Tahani do a good job?
Parties are mere distractions from the relentlessness of entropy.
Head dancing's so good.
Okay, we all head over to Vicky's party together. We babysit Michael in shifts so that no one sees he's a catatonic blob.
Or you could just sit tight. The entire party are going to be heading over here soon, unless I am.
They're
sorely
all
mistaken.
demons, love, and they're all over at that party. They've got animals as well. A Build-A-Bear work. Oh, not a Build-A-Bear workshop.
No, Gunnar was an animal rights activist, so the theme of the party is animals.
If he was an animal rights activist, would he really like animals being led around on restraints and leads and all that kind of thing? And would he really like that? But it's afterlife. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yo, this place is lit. I'm gonna go jump in Kengi's pouch.
Hey. All right, Tahani, you just need to walk around the
There's
party
no way.
looking miserable. Great.
She
just like
already
that.
is.
And then.
Oh, Tahani.
Where's Michael?
Oh, for God's sake, where's he gone? Is he in the car?
Hey there,
What
bud.
the hell? And who's that in there? Is that a fake Janet? I'm sorry, I'm trying to work out who that was.
Feelings down deep. I feel so much
Oh,
better.
he's having a midlife crisis now because he's got the earring and everything.
Oh, hi, Jeanette.
Oh, no, it's still me, Janet. I just asked that I change my appearance. And also say things like,
Fantastic.
you're so funny. And so we should go to San Diego this week.
Okay.
I don't understand what's happening.
Man,
Oh, she's having trouble.
Yeah, I was feeling stressed.
He really is having a midlife crisis, or his
It did kinda
equivalent.
hurt, actually, but I love it.
So he's moved on from existential crisis to just straight
Yeah.
up midlife crisis. That's good, right?
Knew a ton of guys like that back in Arizona. I mean, they hit on you when they're drunk and their breath smells like
And
supplements.
hopefully he'll move
It's
through
Chinese
this.
for
but-
Japan.
He's a Jenga tower of sadness.
For an immortal being, he's pretty fragile.
Yeah, just a bit.
Didn't have to come. I said I'm fine.
Yeah, well, I know you guys weren't super close, but still.
Eleanor, mommy's here, baby. Oh, and who is this tall drink of wine?
It's a funeral, hun. This is just...
Sister, oh, it's not gonna work. It's my ex-husband's funeral. Thanks for blowing my cover, Doug.
Bitch.
A fart in the shape of a man.
Can you just chill? I don't want to turn Dad's funeral into a roast.
I'm not. I'm just saying he sucked.
Hey, get out.
You know, I had a long-running bet with Eleanor's father that I would outlive him. You want to guess who won that one? Come on, guess.
Oh, we're at his funeral. It's pretty cool.
I did. I won. He's dead. Up top.
Whoa.
It's her bar. I'm just gonna...
Oh my God, her parents are awful.
So, why don't we all head over there?
No need. This party is far superior.
I'm sure yours is amazing.
Well, I did fine on the decor, but I don't have, you know,
Animals.
actual unicorns you can ride.
Wait, what?
So
Wow.
we'll just...
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, if that's what you want, let's all get back to the party then.
Hey down there, mis amigos.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Birth is a curse and existence is a prison. But don't think about that. Don't be sad.
He's really struggling, isn't he?
By the way, I am feeling amazing. I'm gonna do some push-ups, then we'll go around the room and name our favorite cheese.
But they're all going to think it's because of her. Because of him not being able to run his thing.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, babe. Listen, when you guys first took over, I was upset. But it's all good
Okay.
now.
He's still not giving away the thing so far.
Namaste, chica. Do you want to dance?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is weird.
This party is way better than ours. Why are you miserable? Oh.
Oh, yeah, he's worked it out.
Kind of feel like maybe we should wind down, huh, bud?
No, can't do that. Can't stop moving. Can't stop moving. I stop moving.
Because
I start
he
thinking,
stopped. Yeah, exactly what I was about to say.
like death.
Oh, there you go. He's sobered up.
Thinking about it now. Yep, thinking about death again.
Oh, Michael.
Let us show you how to do it. Come on.
I think Vicky bought his excuse, but we need to snap him out of it.
Yeah, you do.
It's not that easy. I mean, emotionally, he's all over the map right now.
He
I
really
keep saying
is.
This, but I don't think this can be solved with a book.
What's the big whoop? I dealt with death and I was fine.
Really? Really?
What's this? Who has 4 toothbrushes? Like Bill Gates or something?
Families.
That's like for a family.
family.
Aww.
Like a whole family and their toothbrushes all together.
Yep.
So the parent toothbrushes can be close to the kid toothbrushes.
Weird thing to get over, but then again, I know the stranger things can trigger it.
And they can hold their little toothbrush hands and they're sad.
The silliest things can set you off. I know. I can understand this. Not toothbrushes, but I can understand.
I mean, you need a Kleenex?
Aww.
Sorry, I'm so embarrassed. A family pack?
Aww. He tried. But I can associate with that in a way.
Do you know what's really happening right now? You're learning what it's like to be human.
It is true, yeah.
So we're all a little bit sad.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. That's just the deal.
Sounds like a crappy deal.
In a way, yeah.
But we don't get offered any other ones. And if you try and ignore your sadness, it just ends up leaking out of you anyway.
I said I was emotional at the beginning. I feel like I'm going to get emotional now.
And in the words of a very wise Bed Bath & Beyond employee I once knew, go ahead and cry all you want. You're gonna have to pay for that toilet plunger.
I said I was all over the place at the beginning, but talking about parents and that, my dad, it's making me think about my dad.
And silently
Oh, I love the
screamed
fact
for
that
the rest of
Jason
time.
came along.
I might be way off base here, but you seem kind of bummed.
He's trying really hard. He's focusing.
And moreover, what does this say about me? About the life I lived? The way they're torturing me is through events.
They're all kind of learning about each other. And it's weird that Jason's being he's teaching her. And it's cool that, like, obviously, like, Eleanor learning a bit about herself maybe as well, but she's teaching Michael.
I would give you an 8 in every category.
8 isn't bad, I suppose.
Oh, no. It is the best. It was a scale of 1 to 13, but 8 was highest. The scale went up and then back down like a 10.
Why? It's not important.
Not important, no, but
you're the most amazing person I've ever met.
Aww.
And he was constantly torturing us, so I'd only rank him a 10.
Which is worse than an 8.
yes, because it went back down again.
Necessarily confusing.
I think I get what he means.
You're cool, dope, fresh, and smart-brained.
Oh, he's lovely. He is a sweetie.
Because you're good at everything. You're
Oh,
awesome.
they're so. I like them together.
Thank you, Jason.
He's really
One
sweet.
8 to another.
Oh, that was adorable. That's really sweet.
Eleanor continues to be a selfish monster, creating burden for Chidi.
Selfish monster. I brought you back from the brink of an existential...
Hey, he's got to lay it on thick, so they think that.
So that my boss doesn't get suspicious, but really, I am grateful you pulled me out of my phone.
Yeah. I really like what she said. It kind of helped me a bit as well.
On my birth certificate, it just says always.
Well,
Strange that he actually has a birth certificate.
I thought we could read Death by philosopher Todd May.
Sounds like the perfect beach read. Where are those goofballs?
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
discuss.
That was awesome.
Oh, he's adorable.
We should still discuss.
Want some breakfast? I know how to make cereal.
Oh, he is so sweet, isn't he? Why, I kind of had a feeling that it would lead towards this just from that talk he was having with her, but I didn't see it happening then. That was a surprise. Like he was so sweet with her. He was really, really sweet with her. So I kind of like had a feeling that they'd like slowly become attracted to each other and end up something happening down the line, but I didn't expect it then. But then again, I should not be surprised because this show has never been afraid of just doing the thing, you know? But considering how I was feeling at the beginning of this episode, this has made my head hurt. Not because it's like any bad way, but it's just like in a way, it's like the worst episode for me to watch with how I was feeling, but also the best episode watch with how I was feeling, because it's weird. It's weird to describe it like it. I'm trying not to get emotional, actually. I think it probably was actually the best Like, it made me think about, like, feel sad. Because, like, it made me think about my dad. Because it's, like, literally been 2 years now since he's been gone. Literally, like, beginning of the year. I think it was third. That's how all over the head it is. Like, it's the third, I believe. I believe it was the third. Like, seriously, my head's all over the place. I can't even remember if it's the second or third right now. But it's, it kind of made me think about that, especially with her dad's funeral. And then they're like, I can associate with how she was looking at the toothbrushes. Like, I've not had toothbrushes or a toothbrush holder set me off. We don't have one because we both got electric. Me and my other half have electric toothbrushes, so we don't have a holder. But I can associate with the stupidest things setting you off. The things that you could just never predict. It just make me think of it. Like, a lot of the time, like, there's a lot of stuff that my daughters have doing. Okay, this one actually makes sense, but there's kind of been setting me off quite a bit recently. There's a few things my daughter's doing well at school. She's autistic, severe learning difficulty. She goes to a special needs school. But there's a lot of stuff that makes me wish, like, my first thought is telling my dad. Like, each time, like, she's doing so much at the moment. She's doing so well. Like, she went horse riding for the first time. Loved it. It made me want me to tell my stepmom she's been gone about 8 years because she took me and my sister horse riding when we were younger. So, like, those ones make sense, but it's like, I felt like I needed to, like, that's what I came up with in my head because that's what I've been thinking about recently. Like, I get, like, sometimes, like, the silliest things. Like, sometimes it pops into your head, or, like, you could just see something and your head goes off on, like, on a tangent and then it ends up on that thing. So I get that. I definitely get the silliest things to set you off. Like, but I love what she said. Like, I can't remember exactly what she said to Michael, but I get the gist of it. It really, this has made my head go weird, this episode. In a good way, though, because I really do think it was, because, like, I was feeling extremely anxious over silly little things at the beginning of the episode. I was. And I don't even know if what I was saying was making sense. I really don't. Especially looking back at it now, so I apologise. But, like, this was the episode I needed. It was a really good episode. And, like, I get confused a lot over things. I do. And that's just the way my brain works. Like, I don't see things the way people do. And I guess, in a way, like, Michael doesn't see things the same way. Obviously, like, my head's associating things with silly little things in this, like, not silly little things, in, like, silly ways to this episode. Like, because I'm, like, autistic, suspected ADHD. I don't know if there's other stuff. But, my head just doesn't think of things the same way as other people do, which is why, like, I get confused over certain parts of the show. And that, but, like, Michael didn't understand or, like, didn't see the ethics lessons the same way they did. And then he had an existential crisis. Again, similar to them, but, like, to the extreme, because he went for it in, like, in weird ways because of the fact he's immortal. So it's like, my head's associating with it, but I can't exactly describe how. But it was a brilliant performance by Ted Danson. He's so good. Like, he's always been fantastic. Like, I remember watching Cheers when I was little. Like, it's one of those things that was on the telly. So, like, it was on, like, I could just remember it being on. And he's just always been amazing. He's just so funny. He like, this show shows his acting talent more than I think anything I've ever seen him in. Like, obviously he was fantastic. He did show range in Cheers. But this, especially this episode as well, this really does show how good of an actor he is. That was a really good episode. Like, it had really good moments for everyone. Like, all the main cast had fantastic episodes. Had fantastic moments, I mean. Like, we had flashbacks for Eleanor. And she had a great moment. She was the one that got through to Michael. And I love that she was the one that did that, because I just think it's really sweet. And obviously we had Chidi coming up with stuff. He was the one that said all the things to Michael that set off the existential crisis. And then Tahani trying to throw a party. And it did look lovely. It looked amazing. And I love the fact that Jason was so sweet to her, because I've said before, he's not traditionally smart. He's not. He really isn't. But he is smart in his own different ways, if that makes sense. Like the what fact he said, like, okay, he said it's like a 10. But he was saying all those things. And he knew, in his own way, he knew what to say to her. I think he's really sweet. And like I've said it before, it takes a very good actor to play a character like that and not make him too annoying or just be bad at it, you know? Like, I always say Brendan Fraser is George of the Jungle. Fantastic performance. Like, it's so much more to it than you think. And it's the same with Manny as Jason. He's fantastic. Like, all the cast were fantastic. This was a really good episode. And like, I think my head is mainly focusing on how it made me feel. Like with my dad, and also how I was feeling at the beginning of the episode. Like, that anxiety's pretty much gone. I feel different. I feel like my head was like anxious over things for stupid reasons. Like, I've gone on an emotional journey through this episode. It's weird. But this was because of how I was feeling. I said it before. This is the episode I needed right now. This is like, it's almost weird with how I was feeling at the beginning, and that this was the episode that I was watching. It's really weird timing. I needed this episode. I feel like I want to cry. This is really weird. There's so much more to this show. Like, with every episode, it's just, there seems to like be more and more and more. This, I think, because of how this episode has made me feel, and because of the timing, this might be, I don't know if I could pick a properly favorite episode, because they've all been fantastic. But I think this one's going to mean the most to me so far because of just the timing and how it made me feel. Like, it was the episode I needed tonight. I really did. And like, I felt really weird at the beginning. I felt really weird and stupid. And I'm sorry for that. But my head was all over the place for a multitude of reasons. Not feeling well. I'd been reading some stuff that got my head weird as well. And I was just feeling anxious for like, I don't know why, there wasn't anything particular that set me off. It's just like loads of little things, like it just builds up over time. That's just the way my anxiety works. Really freaking and forking annoying. I've been trying my best to use those swear words. But it's just like, it's stupid things set me off. But this episode helped. It really has. Like, that was a really good episode. And I feel really silly now for how I was like feeling at the beginning of the episode. Like, really weird. I feel really weird because of that, but in a good way. I feel like I want to cry, but I'm not. That's how that episode's made me feel. That was wow. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Like, I might be overreacting. Some of you guys might be thinking it's stupid the way I'm reacting to this episode. I can't describe how I completely, like, I've been saying stuff, but nothing's completely accurate saying it. And if you guys think it's a stupid reaction, that's fine. Like, people react to the different episodes in different ways. There's episodes that mean, and other things I can't think off the top of my head that I've enjoyed that other people have hated, or there's been stuff that other people have really liked that I just don't get, and stuff like that. But this, I think it's just because of how I was feeling at the beginning that this one means so much to me. And also because it was like the beginning of this month as the anniversary for my dad. I've thought about my dad quite a bit today as well, and my stepmom, because of all the stuff with my daughter. So like, that, it just, yeah, the timing of this one was kind of creepy. And like, I feel like my head's going to go on tangents to think about why it's creepy. Like, if I believed in other stuff beyond and stuff like that, I'd think it was creepy in that way. Like there was a reason for it. But I'm off on tangents now because I'm tired. I don't feel well, and just My head's weird anyway. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm talking complete shit now. But yeah, that was a really nice episode. I'm interested to see if maybe Tahani wants to keep things quiet between her and Jason, if anything happens, if this is a one-off. I think they're quite adorable, the idea of them. I think they're actually quite sweet. Or if Jason's going to blur it out. I'm surprised he's managed to keep everything they're doing quiet. He's done really well in that regard. I love Jason. Like, I think Janet and Jason are probably my two favorites. I love all the main characters. They're all fantastic characters. Like, even the background demons are like, oh my god. That's because they're meant to be. But I think Janet and Jason are my favorite too. Like, I didn't like Jason at first. But then he grew on me a lot, and I got that there's so much more to this show. I keep saying it, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys thought of this episode. I would really love to know what you guys thought of this episode. And yeah, I'd just love to know. My head's like shutting down now, like just like I've just come down, like my head's like just trying to comprehend, and then it's just like shutting down, like, okay. I've come down off of that rush of like the feelings. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give the notification bell a tick. You'll know when the next episode goes live. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again for the next one. Bye.